friends. Thought I'd bring you with me this morning as I start weeding this patch, because I finally figured out where I'm going to put that old greenhouse frame that I want to use as a trellis for runner beans. I'm going to put it right here next to Inky. You'll know Inky is my pokeweed plant. Pokeweed, it is considered a weed. It's an American native that is used, Gaia says hello, for greens about this time of year. And it's just to the left behind the camera. Excuse me, I'm gonna go put these in the weed bucket. But this spot here tends to stay dry and the soil's not in great shape. So I'm thinking I might bring over the compost that's in the bins over next to the border of our property. The new subdivision going in over there has built a playground right next to us. It's like, all right, you got a playground right next to my compost bins. All I put in those particular bins is these weeds when I pull them up. And the ones that I put in last year, have turned into mulch of a sort. I had completely filled the bin to the point where the lid wouldn't even go on top, hardly. And then when I opened it up a few weeks ago to check on it, the compost was maybe 1/8 what it had been. But I also have another bin that, you know what, I'll probably use the other bin, because I have a roller bin, a proper composting bin, that is when I put coffee grounds and autumn leaves in, which is supposed to be like the perfect combination for compost. I think, oh, there's a ladybug baby. Looks like a little tiny gray and orange alligator. But I want to get this cleared out first. Get the weeds cleared out before I move this in, and then I'll put the compost on it. Ugh. It is funny how grass becomes a weed in the garden, and then flowers are considered weeds in the grass. I don't quite understand that, but that's how some people think of them. Although I have noticed that there's a lot of folks in my neighborhood who have been mowing around patches of wildflowers in their yard. That brings me so much joy. Like, is there anything sweeter than that? You're like, don't mow down the flowers. Yay. Yay, wildflowers. So, since this spot here tends to be awfully dry, but there is a water hose uphill from it, where I was talking about in my last video from the garden, square spiral garden. It comes off the gutter in a perforated pipe, and where it ends, where the pipe ends, there tends to be a lot of water on heavy rains, which of course we have lots of heavy rains in Tennessee to begin with, and they're just getting heavier since there's more moisture in the atmosphere nowadays. With a warmer atmosphere, you get more moisture, so you get even heavier rains. So that pipe will just pour water all the way down here, and the water doesn't reach this particular bed. So I've dug a little channel right here. You'll see it on the next review. Hoping to get some of that water to run into this bed. We'll see. I'm not an engineer, but we'll see how it works. I'll probably be running out here in the next rain when I'm at home, and then I can see if it's getting into this particular bed, or if I need to dig further. I'm sure I'm going to need to dig some more and run that channel maybe all the way around the bed, which will probably mean I need to move the giant trellis. Okay, we're almost done with weeding this particular area. I'm gonna have to come back with a hoe. There is a lot of baby grass in here. It is too small for me to pull up. Oh, but it is a lovely May Tennessee morning. Ooh. Almost done. Almost done. Oh my gosh. We have that optic grass. There's a weed here. I was so shocked to see it sold as a bedding plant at a nursery. It's like, are you kidding me? I have to pull that stuff out of my garden. It is funny how what's a weed in one place is desired in another. And that brings me back to Inky, my pokeweed plant. I think the pokeweeds are beautiful. I have yet to learn how to cook poke. I haven't cooked it yet. But they're lovely, just lovely. And I take the berries as medicine, not recommended by doctors. All right, I think I'm ready to put this guy in here, so I'm gonna walk it in. One more. All right, I think that works. So you can see the channel that I dug here. And I'm thinking I'll probably need to extend it into the middle there. You know what? I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Oops, up we go. How's that look? That way it faces south. Doesn't quite fit the bed though, does it? Maybe I just want to move it back from the rocks so it can sit a little further back. I'm going to take you with me. All right, see that way, I think it's best for it to face south like it is now. See, there's the rising sun right there, so that's east. So it's basically facing south-southwest now. And that way, anything growing up here is gonna get the same amount of sun as what's growing up there. When I had it turned the other way, one side would have been in shade of the other side. Would have been on the north side. And that right there is my pokeweed that I named Inky. The pokeberry was used to make ink and is still used. I have some pokeberry ink. I did not make it, it was my first try, so it's too light. So I'm gonna need to try again, but it makes, it starts out very purple and then fades to a light brown. But it was a lot of fun to make and play with. And look at this cilantro. If nothing else, I succeed with cilantro. So those little flowers are gonna make coriander seeds. Here's a close-up of Inky. He'll get to be about 12 to 15 feet tall. Right now, the leaves on the top are the ones that you would use as poke salad. Like I said, I have yet to try that, and there's a ladybug in there. But now that it's turning purple, actually, you wouldn't want to use that stalk. That one, maybe you could use the leaves on top, and that one over there, and the baby leaves over there, maybe. But it gets toxic pretty quickly, from what I understand. Like I said, I have yet to use it. There's my weed bucket, and over there, whoop, 1, 2, 3. That's the roller bin, and those two are bins I've put weeds in the past year. So yeah, I'm gonna bring that roller bin over here and try to dress this. I also need to dress my strawberries because they've been producing for a couple of years now. Gosh, look at all these weeds. Ooh, yucks. And I've noticed the berries are smaller than last year. But here's my other joy. I got some tomato plants from a friend whose cherry tomato volunteered a whole bunch last year. So yay, tomatoes. All right, let's look at the daisies, and then I will wish you a good day. Good day, sunshine daisies. Be well.